subject to scrutiny here. I decided that I'm going to do a religious video. Just to I'm going to go through all the Abrahamic religions, but I figured I'd start with Catholics because they're just so easy. Talking about Satanism and how it's affecting all these Catholics worldwide, whether these Catholics know that, whether they know or not, that they're worshiping Satan. This is Islam right here, so this doesn't count. Well, not for this video. I'm going to do a whole video on Islam, but let's look at some old Catholic symbols that they use. Well, there's a dragon. We all know what the dragon represents. There's an egg, pineal gland, the pine cone. Here's another dragon, a crowned dragon. See the crown and the keys above him. And same thing, crest of the Pope. And this is really creepy. This is a new altar that they built. It says Revelation 9:11, and they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue hath his name Apollyon, or Apollo. And that's why the Statue of Liberty is a statue of Apollo, this saint. I mean, look how demonic this stage is. Look at that thing, dude. And there's other references to that. Here's some Satanism. It's a hexagram. And then you can see the hexagram right there on his hat. Right there on the Pope hat. Or the six-pointed star, or Star of David, whatever you want to call it. And you can see some other stuff here. You can see the Baphomet, the devil. You can see his twisted snake pole that he carries. And then you look at the Pope, and he's got a twisted snake pole that he carries. And this one's pretty interesting. This picture right here. I mean, that's it, man. That's pretty damn spot on with all these people. I mean, if you can recognize any of these people, you probably know that they, with all the hand signs and stuff that they're throwing out, that they are definitely more idol worship, Nephilim worship, fallen angel, demons, whatever you want to call them, aliens. But just more ways that they, and here you go right here, upside down cross behind the Pope. You can see that clear as day. And here's the Pope doing the devil horns. That's the old Pope. It's the last one. I forget his name. Pedophile popes. I mean, this guy just looks evil. I mean, just look at this guy. Oh, he's so creepy. I'm glad he's not the Pope no more, but regardless, he's still very, very creepy. Let's see if this picture comes in a little better. I think this one comes in better. And you can get a look at that altar they have. Look how big that is. You telling me that's Jesus? Look at the face. That's supposed to be Jesus or God. Look at how, like, deformed and defiled it all is, and how twisty and gross it is. And if you really look at it, you'll actually see the six-pointed star in that man or whatever it is up top. And there's other pictures that show it. It's let me show me some more symbols. I mean, there's stuff with the Vatican. Like, what's this? Look at this fucking guy, dude. Tell me that guy doesn't look like he's demonically possessed. He just looks evil. He looks like a scary, evil guy out of a movie. But who's that supposed to be? Look at the horns. Yeah, I don't know. But here's some sun worship. I know that's very prevalent with Catholicism. Sun worship, idol worship, symbols, satanic symbols. Here's another example of idol worship, someone's skull. I don't know who that's supposed to be. I'm not Catholic. there's one of the Pope doing the as above, so below that I wanted to show, but it's not really popping up yet. So I'll just continue on with this one. And this one's more focused towards idol worship in the Catholic Church. You can see all the different idols that they worship. Here's, I believe that's Mary, Mother of God, idol before God. This is some other pope that these people are praying to. And you can see that's just a pope or a cardinal or something. He's got that fish hat. That Sumerian, Babylonian fish hat. And here's some more idol worship, more sun worship. They're putting the sun above God. And here we go. There's a bunch more suns, more idols, more statues of people that aren't God. You're not even supposed to make a picture of God, a statue, any of that. It's all satanic if you do it. There's another statue of Mary. All these people are praying to, worshiping their gods. I mean, there's just so much creepy shit going on at the Catholic Church. It's just horrendous. Find some more good examples of idol worship. Of the dome and the obelisk, the pyramids all over them. But, I mean, you can see all the idol worship, all the statues and all the things that they have. Even the crucifix is technically idol worship because he's not God. He's the Son of God. You're not supposed to worship Jesus if you follow Catholicism or you're Christian, whatever. And this one's interesting. I seen a whole video on this once. And, I mean, they have Medusa and all kinds of ones. This is the only one I can actually find. But you can see under St. Peter's Basilica, they actually had a pagan... you can see it here. There was a pagan temple, and then there's a highlighted picture next to it where you can actually see what it is. But it's depiction of Lucifer. It's cut off, morning star. And you can see he's riding a horse with wings. He has wings on, and he's riding down on lightning. And that's what the picture is supposed to represent. And there's also pictures of Medusa and all kinds of pagan gods and stuff that are underground at the Vatican. But I mean, they got some creepy shit. Like, what's this? Look at this. All these creepy skeletons. Tell me this doesn't look demonic. There's like a scale and a sickle in the hand of there. All these stack bones. And they actually looked at these and proved that a lot of these were actually children's bones. Like the one on the wall is like a 10-year-old. And then a bunch of these skulls are children's bones too. You can look into that if you want to get into that. And then here we go. Let's look at all the symbolism here. Let's see. We got the pine cone, the beehive, pentagrams, the six-pointed star up top, which is also a sun. And upside-down star. Bunch of worshipping of idols. We got some demons drawn into the calligraphy there. If you really take a look, let me zoom in on that. But you can see this one right here. The eyes in the mouth. I mean, you got to kind of stretch it on that one. But, I mean, all the stars, the pyramids, 3 pyramids is Egypt. Iron crosses are pyramids from the top. Top view of what the pyramid would look like. Let me see if I could find... There was another one I wanted to... There's the dome. Mosques. The Catholic Church. They all use domes. They all use obelisks. And look at all this ancient knowledge that they have. This is underneath the Vatican. Look at all these books. It's crazy. And they have all these ancient books, and they're just squandering them. And here's where the Pope hat comes from. This fool wearing the fish. Doesn't that look like the Pope's hat? These ancient Sumerians. Anunnaki, and here's Baal, or Moloch. The same thing as Baal. There's another one I wanted to look at. I seen that one. Okay, I'm getting off track here. There's a lot of idol worship there. Where'd that one go? Oh, it was a perfect one. the Pope and the bent cross. And here's a picture of a demon. All these pictures of demons. Yeah, if you look up the amount of exorcisms being requested the last few years, it's like exploded. And you look at all the people going crazy on bath salts and new Flocka drugs. Oh, here's that one. This is the one right here. They outlined it for you so you can see it. But I mean, that's pretty cut and dry. I mean, all the bells. If you follow the occult of the bell, Liberty Bell, there's a whole connection there. Jewish service in the Vatican. And they have these weird orbs everywhere. But I mean, there's all kinds of weird stuff going on here. I mean, I honestly... Oh yeah, they remember this story. The peace dove that the Pope released was attacked at the Vatican by this blackbird here. Black crow, which is... There's so much symbolism going there, and people went nuts over this because... I mean, yeah, I mean, look at it. To stop releasing doves. Yeah, because that was definitely interesting, man. If that's not a sign from God, I don't know what is. And, there's Illuminati symbolism. There's the one-eyed symbolism. I mean, it's all very prevalent. People are saying he's the last pope, and people are writing books about it. If people are writing books about this kind of stuff, yeah, I mean, if you really look into this kind of stuff, it's definitely very interesting, scary, pretty fascinating too, because there's a lot of, I mean, if we could get into the bottom of the Vatican, I'm sure there's some pretty interesting books down there. That, lost stories of the Bible, or maybe the original Bible that predates all modern Abrahamic religions. Maybe there's, they could have Medusa down there. We don't know, They won't let anybody in there. They're technically their own country, and they submit to nobody. So they could have God knows whatever child sex traffic rings, pedophile rings. I mean, God only knows what's down there. And now let's get into some stories. This one is sexual abuse by Australian Catholic Church. Official report regarding alleged pedophilia by Catholic priests in Australia. She says over 4,500 people have made claims of child sexual abuse connected to Catholic institutions over the last 35 years. One of the key figures is American priest and canon lawyer Thomas Doyle, who is a whistleblower. He's been testifying to the Royal Commission investigating the abuse of the church's cover-ups. But, oh man, 7% of the priests in Australia's Catholic Church were accused of child sexual abuse. Of course, of more than 60 years. But you can read more about that. This is at NPR, National Public Radio. So that's pretty open, fairly new. And then here's an interesting one. 300,000 babies stolen from their parents and sold for adoption. Haunting BBC documentary exposes 50-year-old scandal of baby trafficking by the Catholic Church in Spain. Do you think all these babies got adopted? I don't. I think this is basically that they told the mom that they died. It's like a Rosemary's Baby thing. I mean, they put a lot of truth in movies, but it's a Rosemary's Baby type situation where they tell the mom the baby's dead, and then they tell the new parents that the mom died, and then they forged up the birth certificates to match the adoptive parents. There's a picture of somebody who thinks this might be his mom, and they're going to do some paternity tests to find out, but these people think that they're related, and they're a victim of this Spanish thing that happened. 15% of total adoptions that took place in Spain between 1960 and 1989. Holy crap. 300,000 in 29 years. That's a lot of fucking babies. Pardon my language. This guy was sold as a baby. not his biological person, and the nun who sold him has admitted to doing so. Oh, man. Yeah, but there's lots of people that are searching for that. And there's tons of stories like this, but these are just two that I just randomly picked out. So, I mean, you can do your own searching, but like, share, subscribe, scrutinize, whatever you want.